I had one more thing I wanted to talk to you about, and it loosely ties into football. Did you see the Navy clip?
Did not see the Navy clip.
Okay. So Navy is practicing. Obviously, it's fall camp. And the head coach pulls one of the players out. He says, hey, come over here. And in front of the whole team, he goes, your sister just won a gold medal at the Olympics. And the whole team goes like crazy, and they're jumping on him shit.
Hey, your sister just won a gold medal, bro. Yeah!
But everybody watched the video and they were like, why did you not let this guy watch his sister
Or the whole team
in the Olympics?
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
And so I was like, you could have. I think she won the triple jump. So
Wait, so how did he know? He just got word, or he was watching?
I think the coaches were watching.
That's fucked up.
And then they're like, hey, your sister just won gold, and the whole team, like, he's hugging the coaches. I'd be so pissed.
You know, he was the only member of their family, like their immediate family, that wasn't there.
Oh, really?
Because he couldn't go.
I understand. I understand.
I missed the birth of my first daughter.
Dog, like with this, especially at the Naval Academy, the Service Academy schools, they all preach service and family.
Yeah.
So much. And there's been, across the military, there's been like real effort into making people's family lives better. Because that's like the biggest drawback for a lot of people is, I'm not going to be around my family, I'm going to deploy for my family. So even in some combat zones, like if you're not doing direct combat operations and there's like a pregnancy or something that happens and your wife's about to give birth, you can leave now and go back and witness it. Maybe you'll be there for a week and a half or something like that, a week, and then you got to go back. But they're trying to do that, which is great. Not having the ability to even roll out a TV like on a cart like you're in fourth grade still.
Yeah. Damn. They still do those?
And they have like in their practice facility big ass screens that are 4K. Yeah, like throw it on that for 10 minutes.
I mean, I think even as a coach, I think you schedule practice around that because that doesn't ever happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's crazy. There was the clip of the Lions quarterback from the last Olympics, and his wife was in it, and they had like the whole team in the meeting room like watching. Like that's really cool.
It's a moment. It's bonding experience.
You could have even if you were like, we have to have practice at this time, whatever. You could have brought out a couple iPads,
anything,
and watched it.
There are so many.
That's
options
a period.
now.
Yeah, 100%.
So many options. And
football coaches are assholes, bro.
You're at the Naval Academy. It's fucking Americans that are doing it.
That's true.
You would think it would be okay.
Yeah. Nah. 1,000%. I think you should absolutely have been able to watch your sister in the Olympics.
And how did
it's crazy that you even have to make that like it's controversial. Look, listen. If your sister's in there, I think you should do it.
I'm gonna say it.
And how did nobody think when they were posting that? Like, does this look shitty?
Or while it's happening, like, oh, we're going to go out there and tell him, why couldn't he watch? Even if it was just him.
That's why. What was the event?
I think it was the triple jump.
Oh, bro, it's been so fast.
Yeah, takes 10 seconds.
That's crazy.
And they know the order. It's not like the order is surprising.
You know the order.
So, like, how long does it take them to come inside?
I don't
10
know.
minutes.
There's plenty of times where coaches, like, through perks or something like that, they'll cancel practice, make this field goal, cut off 3 periods, shit like that all the time, bro. This is a moment where he'll never get that back.
And 30 minutes isn't going to cause you to lose to Rutgers. Like even if the whole team,
bro,
shuts
no
down.
offense, but you're Navy. You're not going to win that many games anyway.
Exactly right. Yeah.
This is a crazy this. I mean, this is just Twitter, but somebody replied to the tweet, said, "Tough look to not let him watch his sister compete in the Olympics." Somebody responded to that and said, "Some of these men will miss births of their children, birthdays, sporting events, and so much more. Honor and respect their commitment to serve their country."
Right.
It's like, bro, he's not serving his country yet. He's at football practice.
Yeah. And also, they should be able to witness a lot of things that are happening there. Because people look at, like, the military, like, everybody's a Navy SEAL. Dude, a majority, 95% are sitting behind a desk.
So that's what be killing me about the politicians. Like, I served and, that's what's up. But, like, most of y'all was pushing papers. Like, most of y'all was pushing papers.
Yeah, like JD. And one, I hate, like, going back to current events. Walls, he did 24 years in the National Guard.
I meant to ask you something about that, but go ahead.
He did 24 years in the National Guard. Vance did his 4 years and went to Afghanistan or Iraq, wherever he went. And Walls went to Italy in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Both sides are like shitting on the other person's service.
Right.
Like based on, did he go to combat? What job did he have? All this. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Like they both served. They did their thing.
Right.
Thanks for your service and be on your damn way.
Right.
There's plenty of policy shit that actually matters.
Yeah.
I don't think military service makes you qualified to do a goddamn thing in the government.
I think it's like a badge of honor. Well, it is a badge of honor.
For sure.
But especially in the political world, it's like you're in public service. I did the epitome of public service and risked my life for
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like they're using it. Like, but I don't think it should ever be used as a cudgel like they're using it now.
Yeah, like I think it's a good thing. Obviously, I did it. Like I think it's a good thing to serve your country. It is JD Vance or Walls being a military member will affect my vote nothing.
Yeah.
And even if I was on the fence,
And you actually served.
yeah, if it was even if I was on the fence, like a legit centralist, and I'm not sure how I was going to vote, like in a different presidential election, somebody being in the military would not affect my vote at all.
Right.
And in fact, I would love it if we went back and had like Secretary of Defense, how it's designed, somebody that didn't serve. Like I think those are the best secretaries of defense. Like Austin now is a 4-star general. Mattis before that, 4-star general. I think you need to have the separation of complete military control as like a general and being in charge of that to the Secretary of Defense because it's a different operation.
It's like an unbiased
Yeah,
eye on
yeah.
it.
It's.
Okay.
I think it's the equivalent of being like you needed to be a Hall of Famer in order to be a coach. Like that's just ridiculous. You being really good at being a linebacker doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a great head coach.
Most players are usually not good coaches, at least in basketball.
Is that true?
Larry Bird wasn't a good coach.
Didn't they make it to the
Billy
conference
Russell
finals?
was. Yeah, they made it to the
I thought they
conference
made it to
final.
the conference finals.
Yeah.
Well, he got fired, right?
I mean, basketball coaches get fired all the time.
Or no, maybe we talked about this because
I thought Larry
he
Bird
was
made it
okay, but there were who else?
I think in basketball, I think that's
Jason
what
Kidd's
happens
first
the most.
go around was rough.
Jason Kidd was bad.
I think
But
he
he's
made some
decent
friends
now.
this
Like,
season, though.
he's-
yeah, but I'm saying he's a good
he's a
coach.
good
I
coach
think
now.
basketball
Isaiah-
players make good coaches.
Isaiah
actually.
Thomas was bad, right?
Yeah, I think he was a bad one.
Could have been. I don't know enough about his resume.
Steve Kerr is good, but
No,
he inherited
He is a great coach.
he inherited a juggernaut.
But he
though.
still did a good job for that
bro.
long.
Like you can fumble that bag.
Steve Nash was really bad.
He was a head coach?
Where was he then?
Oh, was it Nets, right?
Oh wow,
Wasn't he? Yeah.
I think
I think
so.
it was the Nets.
I forgot.
But there's
about
also some basketball players that are better as coaches, like Tyronn Lue. Like
that.
he's
Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr is
true.
way better.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I just want to give him his flowers. Eric Spoelstra is a great coach.
Outstanding.
He may be one of the best coaches of all time. He just needs he needs some dogs on his team.
Yeah, for not having like 3 superstars now.
Right,
he does a good job.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
So Lenny Wilkins was good.
Is he still the all-time wins leader?
I'm not sure. I'm looking. Bill Russell was pretty good for the time. So maybe they're fine.
I think they're okay in basketball.
Football, who are coaches that like right now there's Antonio Pierce, but he's been doing it.
No,
for
the Texans.
D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
yeah, but we don't know.
I mean, if they don't make it deep into the playoffs this year, I'll be surprised.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, they should be good.
They're going to be really good. this
Yeah.
year.
Doug Peterson.
See, and that's where I think
Frank Reich.
So maybe we're actually wrong because I think player coaches are the best coaches because they understand it at a different level, but they also let players be players. You know what I mean? Coaches in general have this like militaristic do as I say vibe, whereas player coaches are like, hey, we gotta get this shit done. More like a let's do it rather than you have to, you know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll have to pull up the stats on that one day.